beautiful sunny day.
Like now.
Just like now, right? Or you could start off with a cloudy day.
Or it could be raining.
Or it could be raining, and guess what? It can also happen mid-game too.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It's pretty sick. When you I hope it rains at some point because I want you guys to see the effects of each raindrop landing on the just landing on the gun. It's incredible, man. It is incredible.
Well, I mean, you can see the environment here. So right now on a sunny day, you can see pretty much everything that's going on. But you can imagine what's going to happen when it starts to rain. You can't see things that are a little bit too far away. So maybe you, with that sniper rifle, trying to take people out 100 yards, 200 yards away, that might not be able to happen anymore. Unless you're a skilled player, then maybe you're just godly with a sniper rifle. But look at this player here.
Only in Battlefield, man. Well, he was just getting... Is he done? I
think he probably
It looked like he was getting rocked just a little bit.
Look, vehicle disabled. You take him down.
Wow.
Vehicle destroyed. What a use there. That was fantastic.
That was some great shots there, and that was the field gun. And that thing is just brutal. And another gun that I actually haven't had a chance to even try out for myself, too. It's really one of the LMGs.
Yeah, this is one of the LMGs. Look at that side-loading magazine there. That's a little bit different. This is one of the things about weaponry back then. I mean, each army had their own way of doing things, and there wasn't one set way. So you can see it in the tanks. You can see the German tank is very different to the British tank, and that's exactly the same with the weaponry. I mean, they may have thought this might be a good idea. Other armies didn't think so.
Yeah, what's really cool is that it's a balance of the testing of what we saw in World War I, the weaponry that we saw being tested in that time period, as well as what was actually used,
Correct.
So there's a lot of cool, different kind of gameplay elements there, all in the interest, most importantly, of fun gameplay, right? Which this game certainly is, and...
look at that stare.
The death stare right into the
He's
camera.
intent on winning. The team needs this time.
Team needs. All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully they could pull out the W here.
Well, obviously we've seen a lot of weapons here so far. We've seen gadgets and things, but maybe people don't know all the weapons that are on offer. So, first of all, you've got semi-automatic rifles. You've also got SMGs, LMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, and you've got some pistols in there as well. So there's a full set of weaponry, just like you'd expect from a Battlefield game.
Yeah, we were talking about it before just a little bit. The gadgets, you're going to see anti-vehicle grenades for the assault, trip mines for the support, as well as ammo bags for the support.
Correct.
You're also going to see the medic bag and the revived syringe, which you may have caught a couple times in some of the videos for the medic position. And then you have the signal flare, which spots enemies for the sniper. That's quite exciting stuff. And then the rocket gun for the assault. Now, we haven't seen rocket gun be used just yet, but essentially what it is, it's exactly as it sounds.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a rocket gun, but in order for you to fire it, you have to go prone.
Or you can set it up behind cover, and then you can use it as a resting point, and then you fire it. It really does have some extreme power behind it as well. So if you can use it effectively, you've got the opportunity to do some serious damage.
And then the last thing I want to talk about are the anti-vehicle rounds.
Yes.
From the sniper.
And I actually had a chance to use these earlier when we were setting up the gameplay arena. And well, you can, as it says, you can do damage to vehicles with your sniper rifle, but you have to sacrifice your weapon, really, because you change and you move from firing normal rounds into using something that is purely designed to take down vehicles. Now, obviously, it's nowhere near as effective as the anti-tank grenade, but you've still got the opportunity as the scout class to... just honing in on a gunfight there, but you have the opportunity to maybe help your team take down a vehicle. You could take it down if it had a little health left, but you still feel like you've actually got a chance in that fight between you, just one infantry player and a massive tank.
Yeah. And I have to say, man, X Factor has been so impressive. He's been a one-man army, going for the tanks, going for the close-range gameplay, even playing some range. And just look at the way that he is absolutely lighting up the other team. They are approaching him from all angles, and he is holding it down. I believe this is his teammate as well. No, that was not. It was evidenced by that there. So that was Doom49 coming in hot with that pick. Good stuff by Doom there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at all the concentration here. All of it going straight into the game. Every one of them intent on getting the points that they want, trying to capture those objectives.
Yeah, and also I just want to highlight something too. So you guys may have noticed that you see a couple doors, scattered about. And here's the good news. There's this really cool and a good revive there. Nice.
Fantastic.
Good
Nice
work,
to see.
good work. That was going to be Matt there with that revive. So I just want to note one of the coolest things that they added in Battlefield 1 is the charge through a door. So you close the door, you think to yourself, man, I have security. I feel good, Westy. I'm protected. No, you are not protected, my friend, because I can charge right through that door and say, "Here's Johnny." It's awesome. I love it.
You don't have to stop at the door anymore, which is actually a limitation of some of the older games where you had to wait for the pop-up to come up, and then you could open the door again. You could, of course, blow the door off and then not have that option, but now you've got literally just charge straight through it, full speed, and you don't have to slow down, and the enemy doesn't have that chance to get away anymore.
Great shots there.
A little bit of a bombing run.
Oh, nice. Not bad, not bad. And again, they have so many great players here, from guys who come from the Battlefield community, popular content creators, and of course our celebrities that are here playing today. So you're seeing just a diverse mix of skill here. But what's really cool and always impresses me is air gameplay, man. Because I can't control a plane to save my life. It is like the saddest thing. Someone watched my stream. I remember one time I hopped into a jet, and then the jet blew up the second I got inside of the jet. I didn't even know what I did. I have no idea. I did it. I said I committed. I took myself up. Wesley, please. I don't know what to do here, man.
Well, looking at this, I mean, we were looking actually at a semi-automatic rifle there, and you have to load every single bullet. So, you've got to be really careful. If an enemy's sort of hanging around, maybe you don't want to fully load all of those bullets, and maybe you want to switch to your sidearm. Might be a little bit more helpful in that situation.
Yeah, and the sidearms, too, they have a lot of kick to them as
yeah,
well.
Definitely.
In previous Battlefields, I would be able to whip out the sidearm and get some reasonable shots at a distance. This time around, though, not the same thing. That gun has a lot of kick to it, as do a lot of the weapons in this game. They have a lot of kick. A lot of different bullet drop as well as drag. There's just a lot of different gameplay mechanics at play here. And also, you had mentioned before, or you alluded to it, Wes. You pointed to me, the airship has arrived.
Yeah, it's coming back in again, so we might get a shot of that in a minute. And actually, what we should do is maybe just go into a little bit more about the airship and maybe see if we can show some of the power that it possesses, because it was good to see people firing off some of those shots, showing what damage it does on the ground. Be interesting to see.
Feels bad, man. No, he's typing it.
Here it
Bad,
comes.
man.
Here it comes.
It's great.
And one thing that I think we will mention about this airship is that it is fully controllable by the player. Now, in the past, you might have noticed some of the bigger objects in Battlefield games, but this one is fully controllable by the player. So all that power, you can take it wherever you like. But obviously, it's a huge object in the sky. It's not like it can turn around in a couple of seconds, so if you want to go somewhere, you better pick that out in your head just as you start using it and then head for it. Don't change your mind, because it takes a long time for it to move around. And you could obviously get taken down by that point and not be as effective.
Also, I want to note too, you saw when he picked up the, that mounted machine gun there.
Yeah.
Visibility, right? A lot of these weapons, even when you talk about the airship, right, and what it's able to do, what it's not able to do, it's still a behemoth, right? But, at that time, right, visibility was very limited. It was all about protecting yourself. So you'd see shielding all over the place.
Yeah.
Even some of the armor that you would see back then, because they actually wore full armor in World War I.
Yep.
It was insane, right? Especially with the weaponry that was at play at the time. But it was just the concept of running around with just full-blown armor. And even for those mounted machine guns, you see the just the visibility, the lack of visibility that you have. It's a trade-off for such a powerful weapon.
Correct. I mean, that's something that you will know all the way through Battlefield 1. I mean, even looking at it here, you can see this tank's just pushing its way on through, but there are certain areas where you're like, right, well, I've got to try and get this tank out of a tiny little gap that I've got myself stuck in. It can't turn very quickly, it can't move very quickly, so you really need to be ready for the situation. You've got to learn how things really work. Like the semi-automatic rifles, for example. Once you fired all those shots, you've got to individually reload, where an SMG might be better because you just pull out the magazine and pop another one in, away you go. So there's all these different, sort of intricate little things here that will come into play. And I think that because it's still the Battlefield game that but it's just a little bit different, and it's a little bit, I think it feels better.
It's guys, I'm not even kidding. This game is like,
look at this.
nuts.
You see the top-mounted magazine there getting right in the way, like what you were saying. It's like people thought that was the best way to do things. We'll get it top-loaded so it's easier to fit a new magazine in. Oh well, it's right in the middle of my face. So, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Now, of course, we have just an update to the score there. It seems like the German Empire is doing a really good job continuing to rack up points. We have just under, I believe, like 3 minutes or 4 minutes for this game before it concludes. And a great run here with the plane. Does a substantial amount of damage there, coming back in for another run. And there's a lot of things that we can cover about this game. You're even seeing it here, actually, when X Factor was looking at it. You can see that wherever there's an explosion, right?
Oh, we
goodness.
got taken down.
That's unfortunate. Big Star just ran him over. So, one thing to note, when a tank, explodes, right? When you shoot a shell into the ground, that ground now actually changes shape, right? It's fully deforming. Like you can just lower the ground a little bit to give yourself just a tad bit more cover. And now we're starting to see the rain come into play. So it started off as a beautiful sunny day in St. Quentin Scar,
and now it's raining.
Oh, but rain is beautiful in this game.
Well, I mean, like we were saying, this changes visibility, and for people like pilots in the sky, even you're having to drive through rain now. Maybe you haven't quite got the visibility on that other plane that you were looking to try and take down. Perhaps you need to change up your tactics, try and take people down on the ground instead.
Here comes the rain, folks, and look at that sight.
It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at all the background imagery as well. Look how far you can see. You can really see like the battle beyond what you're playing is going on in there as well.
That's actually pretty cool. That was a good shot. Way to go, production team. Good job. Good job.
The airship doesn't appear to have been damaged all that much. And again, it's the British Army that have got it. So
they're doing quite a bit of damage. As a matter of fact, you see those gondolas there, right? They actually host mounted machine guns.
Yeah.
You can shoot down those gondolas individually.
Yeah.
They will come crashing down on the ground. So there's just like carnage everywhere. Level cap, though, got shut down.
If you've got if you think you've got good aim and you want to take the sniper rifle, it is actually possible to kill the people sitting in those gondolas without taking it down. You can take them out from on the airship.
Oh, look how much damage is being done now.
Oh, it looks like it's about to go. Oh,
yeah.
Or is it just the front? Is it coming down?
It's coming down.
I think it's coming down again.
This is certainly not looking good for the airship. This was a UK airship here, and just the damage being done all the way in the distance. Look at that there, folks. All the way out there. This guy, Snow Mountain's nowhere near it, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. Just
it's gone completely down.
Oh, man.
But it comes down in a different position. It didn't come down there in the last game.
The farmland, man.
Yeah.
Think about the farm.
You've got a little bit jutting into some the town area here, so you can see it's done some damage to the buildings, but it fell in a very different position, so it may not change that location as much as it did before.
Yeah, before it was like smack dab in the middle, right? I mean,
it was actually a very well placed one, considering. I think the production team got a good shot with that one.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh, this guy's just biding his time because there's an enemy tank out here.
And so he has the tank grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, he threw.
He might have cancelled it.
Yeah, he had to cancel.
Something that you will notice. Look at the weapons here. Because it's raining, you've actually got water falling on the weapon. You can see it there on the magazine quite clearly that it rests on the weapon. So all the visuals are changing as the weather changes. So not only can you not see as far, but the weapon that you're looking at, it actually has got rain all over it, just like you would expect if it was raining and you were outside. Oh,
gets the tracks. Oh, nice job there. Trying to get a pick here. Wiz Khalifa, though, is going to fall down, and that was going to be Gavin who picks up this stop.
Look at that intense face right there.
So intense. And here comes another bombing run and perspective from the plane.
First, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Look, you can see all the movement in front there by the propellers. That's absolutely incredible.
No!
He hit the tree. I don't think he's quite got the power to get going again.
No,
he didn't.
And it's just blown up, and there you have